Have you ever stared at a menu, seen that little word, organic, and just felt a little confused? Yeah, it's a label that promises so much, but it often leaves us with more questions than answers, especially when we're eating out. Today, we're digging into how Germany is tackling this problem head on with a brand new system that's finally bringing some much needed clarity. And a big willkommen from our friends at Haribio in Berlin. They are all about clarity in the organic world, which is perfect because today we're going to demystify the word bio so you know exactly what's on your plate the next time you're dining out in Germany. You know the feeling. We've all been there. You see bio next to a dish. Maybe it's the tomatoes in your salad or the beef in your burger, and you start to wonder, is the whole dish organic? Is it just that one ingredient? And who's checking this anyway? For a long time, the answers were, well, kind of murky. So where did all this confusion even come from? Well, the main problem came from the big European Union organic regulations. Now, while the rules are super strict for packaged foods you'd buy in a store, they had this big blind spot. They didn't really cover food prepared and served in places like restaurants, cafes, or canteens. And that created this huge gap. In Germany, there just wasn't a single nationwide standard for what a restaurant had to do to call its food bio. It was kind of a free-for-all, which left diners like you and me in the dark and made it really tough for chefs who were genuinely committed to prove it. But listen, that has all officially changed. To bring in that clarity and build some real trust, Germany has introduced a new unified set of rules designed specifically for the restaurant and food service industry. Okay. Get ready for this one. It's called the Bio-Außerhausverpflegungsverordnung, or, Bio-AVV for short. I know, it's a mouthful, but all it really means is Organic Out-of-Home Catering Regulation. And since October 2023, this new rulebook has set clear, simple, and transparent standards for any eatery that wants to use that organic label. It's a real game changer. Okay, so how does this new rulebook actually work when you're looking at a menu? Well, a restaurant now has two main ways to show you they're using organic ingredients. And this is how you can finally decode that menu with total confidence. So this new system gives kitchens two really clear paths. On one hand, they can just pinpoint specific ingredients. So the menu might say something like, pasta with an organic tomato sauce. Simple enough. On the other hand, they can go for the big picture approach and get certified to show their overall commitment with a clear official logo. Now, here's something important. No matter which of those two paths a restaurant chooses, there's one rule that applies to absolutely everyone. Any place making any organic claim has to display what's called a Tagesaktuelle Biozutatenübersicht. It's just a fancy way of saying a daily list of every single ingredient they're using that day that's certified organic. It has to be easy for you to find, maybe just a notice on the wall, and it's really the foundation of this whole new transparent system. All right, let's get to the most visible part of this new system, the official logos. If a restaurant really wants to show off its commitment to sourcing organic, they can get certified for one of three really clear levels. First up is bronze. Think of this as a really solid entry into the organic world. When you see a bronze label, it means the restaurant has proven that somewhere between 20 and 49% of its total food budget goes to certified organic products. Next, we have silver, and this is a pretty significant jump in commitment. Here, the restaurant is spending between 50 and 89% of its food budget on organic ingredients. At this point, organic isn't just a little extra, it's a core part of how they operate. And finally, we have the highest standard, gold. This is for the true champions of organic. A gold-certified place proves that a really remarkable 90 to 100% of their food purchases, by value, are certified organic. So, here's the bottom line. This simple tiered system gives you an at-a-glance way to understand a restaurant's commitment. No more guessing, no more wondering. You just look for the logo, bronze, silver, or gold, and you instantly know how seriously they take their organic sourcing. Right, but logos and labels are only meaningful if they're actually trustworthy. So who's making sure that a gold-level restaurant is really buying 90% organic food? How can you be sure? Well, the whole system is built on a really rigorous multi-step inspection process. Before a restaurant can even think about using the word bio, it has to pass a full initial inspection. After that, they get at least one unannounced checkup every single year. And during these visits, inspectors don't just peek into the kitchen. They dive deep into the paperwork, cross-referencing every invoice and supplier certificate to make sure the amount of organic food they bought actually matches the claims they're making. And check this out. Here's one of the smartest rules in the whole regulation.
and it's all about preventing mix-ups and building absolute trust. A kitchen is not allowed to use, say, organic tomatoes and conventional tomatoes on the same day. It's a simple but really powerful rule that ensures total clarity. If tomatoes are on the organic list for Tuesday, you can be 100% certain that every single tomato served that day is organic, period.
So, after all that, what does this new system really mean for you the next time you're trying to decide where to go out to eat? It means you are officially empowered. Whether you just see a single organic ingredient mentioned on the menu, or you spot a bronze, silver, or gold logo on the door, you now have clear, reliable information to make a choice that actually aligns with your values. No more guesswork. And that's the real beauty of this whole new system. It's truly a win-win. It gives you, the customer, way more clarity and trust. And it gives restaurateurs a simpler, fairer, and nationally recognized way to show off their commitment to quality. So, what do you think about all this? A huge thank you to Haribo aus Berlin for supporting this explainer. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which one of these certification levels, bronze, silver, or gold, impresses you the most and why? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And hey, if you found this helpful, please do us a favor and give it a like, share it with a friend, and definitely subscribe for more clear, visual stories just like this one. We'll be back in the coming days to dive even deeper into the fascinating world of organic controls. Thanks for joining us.